Good day, my people. I welcome you back to the channel today. Today we will discuss a new topic. We will discuss epidemiology, the definition of wetin epidemiology be. Now, I get degree for public health, and I dey plan say as we dey bring out all this content, we go also find time to dey discuss public health and public health issues, so that students will be students of public health, whether you dey do masters or undergraduate or whatever, we go fit help you with the little wey we sabi for inside public health. Now today we go look at epidemiology. Wetin be epidemiology? That big word, wetin e mean? Now this big word, if you break am down, you go break am down into two key words. One na epi, the other one na demos. Now these things na Greek words. If you say epi for Greek, wetin you dey talk about na something wey dey come upon something. Say this thing dey come upon this thing. So that one na the meaning of epi. And if you say demos, we dey talk about population. So anything wey dey come upon a population, we call am epidemiology. So that na the way scientists fit take design this name. They use am coin the name wey we come dey call epidemiology. Because the thing na say the time wey they been begin the study of epidemiology, they begin am as to dey study things wey we dey call, or situations wey we dey call epidemics. And wetin be epidemic? Epidemic na situation wey be say we come dey realize say we go dey see a lot of cases of a particular disease. Let's say you dey for one locality now, come notice say cholera come full everywhere. Cholera no dey there last month, but this month you come notice say for that locality, like so many people come dey come down with cholera, come dey come hospital, dey fall sick with cholera. You go come talk say, okay, for that locality you get epidemic of cholera. So na wetin epidemic be? Any situation wey be say we come begin dey see very large number of cases of a particular disease or illness. Now, e get particular definition wey scientists don give epidemiology wey go dey important for us to know wetin this definition be. Now, scientists don define epidemiology as the distribution and determinant of health related events. The study, that study wey dey study the distribution and determinant of health related events. Now, to help us, we will come break down this definition very well, understand these three key terms wey dey for inside this definition. The first key term na distribution. Now, wetin distribution be? Distribution means spread. E mean where you fit find a particular disease, the locality, state, country, or area where you fit find a particular disease. Now, if you dey talk about distribution, you get two major concepts wey dey under distribution. These two concepts na one, frequency, and the other one na pattern. Now, wetin frequency be? Frequency simply means the number of cases. So how many people dey come down with this problem? Let's say na cholera, the example wey I don use before. If say na cholera we dey talk about, how many people dey come down with this cholera for this locality during this period of time? Na a question wey we wan ask ourselves. Na the question wey epidemiologists go dey ask themselves, and this answer to this question will give us the frequency of the disease for that locality. Now, if you finish talking about frequency, the next thing we will talk about na the pattern. So pattern speaks to issue of say where you fit find this disease, wetin be the locality, wetin be the geographical location of this disease, and how the disease dey take come. Shey na annually, shey na yearly thing, shey na monthly thing, shey na seasonal thing, shey na okay. You fit look say okay, get some diseases wey dey come for rainy season, get the ones wey dey come for dry season. So these na the questions wey pattern dey wan answer. So for distribution dey talk about spread of the disease. You go look at the frequency, wetin be the number of the cases. You go look at the pattern. All these ones dey under distribution. Now, after distribution, we fit talk about determinants. Wetin determinants be? Determinants mean two major issues, two major concepts dey under determinants. And the first one na cause or etiology, and the second one na risk factors. If you talk about cause now, very simple thing. If na infectious disease, let's say like cholera, like any infectious disease, you fit simply link the disease to the causative agent. Meaning say if na cholera now, you go know say na vibrio cholera. If person get typhoid now, you fit link am to salmonella typhi. So this na the organism wey dey cause the disease. Very simple and easy. But if na chronic disease, e no dey easy to link them up like that. E get wetin we dey call causal relationship. Now, chronic disease na disease like diabetes, like cancer. All those kind of diseases, e no dey easy to link am to a particular agent. Say okay, na this agent dey cause this disease. But wetin we fit do na say e get particular conditions wey we know say okay, these conditions fit dey aid or fit dey help to push person to get this disease. Like alcohol use. If person dey use alcohol heavily, dey drink very heavily, dey risk diabetes, e dey risk heart failure. Dat one no mean say everybody wey dey drink go get heart failure, everybody wey dey drink alcohol go get diabetes, but e only mean say na conditions wey fit aid. E get scientists we dey call am causal relationship. You fit get causal relationship with dis chronic disease. So dis one dey. Den another thing for determinants na apart from the cause of a disease, another thing for the determinants, we fit look at the risk factors. Now wetin risk factors be? Risk factors na those things wey dey predispose person, and dis one mean say those things wey dey make it dey more likely, e go come dey more likely say person go get dis disease than before. For an example now, if you dey talk risk factors of particular disease, if you talk about disease wey be like make I find example like okay, cervical cancer. Now you need to be woman, you gats be woman before you fit dey run the risk of getting cervical cancer. If you be man, you no fit get cervical cancer. Wetin you fit get na prostate cancer. So risk factors dey talk about those things wey dey make an individual dey more likely to come down with the disease. Look at malaria for example. You need to dey live for Africa or for Asia before you go fit get malaria, before you go dey at risk of getting malaria. If you dey live for some parts of the world, you no go fit get malaria because mosquitoes no too dey that side, and mosquitoes no dey bite people for that side to spread plasmodium. So these are the issues. The last thing na health related issues or health related events. Before, if we dey define epidemiology, we dey talk about am in terms of disease, but now we don understand say no be only diseases epidemiology dey look at. E dey look at any health related event, maybe obesity, maybe the use of seat belt, the use of alcohol, even things wey never even turn to disease, we dey look am up for public health and for epidemiology. I hope say you don enjoy dis our lecture to understand a little bit of wetin epidemiology be. Make I just round up by saying that the epidemiologist na like detective. Im wan find out everything about the disease, wetin be the cause, wetin dey predispose person to the disease, how many people get the disease, for which locality dis disease dey. Everything wey concern that disease na wetin epidemiologist dey do. Thank you for lis ten ing to dis lecture. Have a wonderful day.